What up? It's your boy. I just wanted to have the first word. Hell no. No.
What is your dance name right now?
What is my dance name?
Nyx. Do you dance?
Nyx. Like the video game character? No, Sirk.
Sirk.
It's just my name backwards because I'm creative.
Ah.
Yeah.
I never even knew that.
Blew your mind. It blew your mind.
I never
just
even
like
thought
that.
about that.
People are like, oh yeah, Sirk, because you're going in circles. And I'm like, nah, it's just Chris backwards.
I didn't even.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's just why.
Well, welcome to Three Dancers talking about dance stuff for the most part. But we have no idea what we're doing. I can't believe I let him convince me to do this.
Why you gotta blame it on me? Because now if it's trash, they're gonna be like, damn, that was Chris.
Because you hit me up.
But I hit you up as a. It's kinda,
So yeah, we're gonna be talking about a lot of dance stuff and just whatever we want to because I feel like we're three goofy N-words.
Individuals.
You can't say N-words.
Individuals.
That's
what he meant.
You can't just say N-words. If you say N-words, you might as well say nigga.
Tell that to all the white people you know.
I tell all my white friends, don't say N-words around me. Just say nigga if you're gonna say nigga. If you get beat up, then that's the consequence.
Yeah,
but don't say
N-words.
Don't say N-word.
Well, fine. I think the first thing we were going to talk about is RedBull.
RedBull.
Style. That's happening right now.
Why I wasn't
still going?
I think so. Even if it's still they might have done like all like the different cities, but I think they have to do like a together.
The final.
Yeah.
One? Yeah.
I don't know where they're doing it, but I know Tyler from Florida won the LA version, the LA version. So shout out to Tyler.
That means something different where I come from.
I know I have some feelings about the competition in itself. I don't know if you have any thoughts, but you don't know what it is, do you?
I know of it. I don't know any of the dancers in it because there's no B-boys in there.
Every time
I'm not
think
cultured
of like RedBull, I just keep thinking like breaking.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Was the sole purpose
because
of, like,
breaking
RedBull,
is
right?
the better style. But
anyways, that's where like that attention came from was like breaking because like
BC1,
I'm not gonna say like it put like RedBull on the map low key, but
I think RedBull put RedBull on the map, like the drink.
Because they do a lot of other stuff with motorsports and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as dance goes, I think they just gravitated towards breakdancing because it's more dynamic.
It makes more sense for like the brand, for like energy drink, you flying and
you
shit.
ain't gonna have no crumper in the damn arena. Just
they got some crumpers on the roster, I think. I don't know any of them. I don't think anybody knows any of them. But they there, I think. They in the.
I think it was just Beast and Ruin for.
For this,
I think.
No,
so.
I think he's talking about as far as like
just
sponsors.
Red Bull,
RedBull
sponsored athletes.
Okay, yeah.
Vast majority is breakers because
Yeah,
it's better.
It's
you got that? I didn't think you were listening.
It just makes sense as far as like from a brand standpoint because like when you're trying to attract like you have to attract the broad audience if that makes sense and so I feel like visually like you're gonna with those big crazy power moves are gonna pull people in quicker than other styles.
Yeah, because again, you want someone to do like
if you're
an air flare and almost die, where you have like a crumper that's just
I don't know if you want anybody to almost die. That's like
air
flares.
People
like
watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah, air flares like basic now. It's like you got like 6-year-olds doing air flares. I'm not joking.
Well, that is true.
But
is
like,
from a crowd standpoint, like let's say R1.
That's always amazing.
Fuck the crowd.
But that's where the money comes from.
Nah.
Speaking of the crowd, that's how, from what I know at the moment, that's how RedBull Dancer Style does their judging.
Yes, that is how they do Dancer Style. Yeah.
I don't know about the finals, but I know definitely for the city ones, like they have like these.
They have like a light
or a card or whatever, and it's a color.
And like red or blue, and then
you just put up your color at the end.
Now, what I don't think a lot of people know, Dancer Style's been around for a while. Because I remember, 2012, 2013 when Lilu did it.
Yeah.
Lilu did it, and then so it's been going on for a little bit. And then they stopped it for a little bit.
Mufasa.
Huh?
He lost to Mufasa at Dancer Style.
Who?
Lilu.
Mufasa?
Yeah.
From The Lion King?
No. It's a chick. It's a woman named Mufasa, hip hop dancer.
Yeah. I mean, Lilu trash. I told you I'm gonna talk shit. Bboy Benji.
This is why he wanted to do this podcast.
Yeah, I'm calling out you, Lilu. You're gonna smoke me. You gotta fly down from France to smoke me.
And he gonna put out 2 more people to battle us.
And I'll be like,
side note, I don't dance anymore.
Yeah.
So what is your whole take on the crowd judging?
I can just be like, fuck that, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like from like a dancer's perspective, because when you've been in like the game for a long period of time, it's just like, okay, this man is killing this person, but then when the crowd comes around, it's just like, oh, that person won.
Right.
Being the fact that they did, like, again, there was more visually appealing to the crowd rather than the actual skill set.
Right.
And there could be, I think at some point at events like this, you try to do those like funny moments that kind of like get the crowd, because maybe you're running out of content to put in your rounds.
Yeah.
And then the music already is like not it right now for me.
I mean, it turns. I feel like Dancer Style is more of a performance competition.
Yeah.
You're more supposed to perform for the crowd versus you're not being judged off of more technicality and things like that.
Yeah.
Being judged more so off your showmanship.
Yeah, I remember
how you're dancing and stuff.
When I was watching Nagin versus, what's the guy he lost to in the finals of the last one?
Chris.
Yeah. Not you, Nagin.
It wasn't me, but we have the same name, so it was basically me.
Being in those, looking at the comments, and people were like, Nagin, you shouldn't have been the bad guy. Like, as far as like, I guess the way he was he was the more aggressive like battler.
He's a B-boy.
Well, yeah, but like in the comments, regular people, from what I'm assuming, was like, oh, you made yourself the bad guy and things like that. It's like, this is dance. Bro.
That's kind of where the crowd, because I don't think any dancers would have commented that.
As long as you don't hit or kick somebody, then you shouldn't.
Yeah,
we're not gonna go there.
What, you about to be like, it's a junior? I instantly was like,
I'm not talking about it. I can't do it. But yeah, like that's just something that I noticed that like regular people are commenting on. Like,
I mean, I feel like that's kind of a consequence of dance in general becoming more of a mainstream thing. People that commercialized, they don't like the more aggressive aspect of battling, especially when it comes to b-boying. But that's part of the culture,
right?
So there's a gap that kind of has to be bridged between dancers that expect you to be aggressive, because in more, I don't know, smaller events, like events led by like, I don't want to say real b-boys, but like old OGs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they're judging you based off of your aggression and how you're battling, your battle tactics, versus when I see like events like this and like Dancer Style and the newer events, they're trying to more so judge you based off of a set structure. They don't really want to see you battling. They more so want to see you.
They're like where you're at in skills.
Yeah, like just your personal skills. They don't want to see a battle.
They're taking out the culture part of it, basically. Like even I heard that in one of the cities they didn't want any Krump or Brook Up music.
So okay, I actually heard about that. I think it was. And let me know if I'm wrong. I think it was a DJ, and they commented saying that they didn't want no Krump music at all at the event.
The DJ said that, or RedBull?
I think RedBull.
Okay,
that was actually me. I emailed him. I was like, don't.
But yeah, if I'm wrong, like, let me know in the comments, please. But I think someone had commented on the DJ saying that he doesn't want no Krump music, no Brook Up, like none of that shit.
I mean, coming from someone that's not a Krumper, Krump music is difficult to kind of vibe with if you're not a part of that style.
Yeah.
It's the same thing a lot of times what I see with even breakbeats, even though that's a little bit more mainstream, people can really get with it. Yeah. You'll notice when you put on a breakbeat in the club, everybody just stops vibing and only the b-boys are kind of still in it. It's the same thing with Krump, where it's made for that style. Yeah. So it's hard for people to vibe if you're doing something like that. I would never expect to see like a Krump track at RedBull Dancer Style.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like there's modern Krump tracks that's like mixed with hip hop and you know like EDM and
like like Lizzo.
Might be hard to find.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like we have tracks specifically made for like events and stuff like that. So you can use the shit. It's just like no. We're not gonna.
Yeah.
We don't have the time.
And it's also kind of aggressive. Like, you don't want to scare the white people. I think that's the main core of
what would you prefer? Crowd-based judging or judge-based? Like,
I mean, I'm a B-boy, so fuck the crowd. No, I'm joking, but judges. I mean,
I side with judges.
My thing is, it depends on the situation. Like, if I'm paying, that too. If I'm paying and I'm competing for money, I want judges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because I paid. I'm trying to compete. I need people with
the actual knowledge.
Yeah, with actual knowledge to judge me. Because if I pay and then I go and I break or whatever and I lose, then that's the first. I'm gonna be like, yo, this crowd is whack.
You really about to take an L for a kid that woke up with school lunch, Oreo crumbs on the side of his mouth.
Yeah, like,
and he voted against you. Like, I'll be pissed.
Yeah, but when it comes to like stuff like even like RedBull Dancer Style, when it's more exhibition, it's more on the fun side.
Yeah.
Then I can see maybe crowd-based judging being a nice way to involve the crowd. Mm-hmm. Get the crowd like.
I see what you mean.
Paying more attention, because when you're part of the judging process as a crowd in the crowd, you're gonna obviously pay more attention to the dance versus if the judges.
Me personally, I feel like they should have had it to where like they had 2 judges
and the crowd,
the crowd was the third, so it can even things out.
That sounds possible.
So there's this app called Dance Fight app.
I've seen
that.
And
they have when they do tournaments, they do a very similar structure to that. They'll have 2 actual judges, and then the rest is just people are swiping,
right.
and I think that works pretty well. It's all like circumstantial based off of like what you're doing. If it's a world title, if it's like a qualifier or something, then judges. You need judges. But if it's something just chill, laid back, even if it is for money or it's like all style, something like that, and it's more showmanship based, then I think the crowd could work.
The thing about the crowd situation, though, I've been in ciphers at like I said, artwork for example, and styles where you may need to pay more attention, or you like from a broad perspective, you wouldn't exactly understand what's happening. I've like overheard people next to me being like, "What are they cheering for? What is he doing?" And it's like someone popping. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like popping is one of the like
crazy
oldest street styles right now, right? Right.
Aside from breaking.
Yeah.
I mean, don't look at me.
It's around. I feel like it's somewhere around.
You ain't gonna catch me on video saying wrong shit.
I know, right?
But yeah, popping's been around for a long time.
But it's just things like that. Like I know that will definitely transfer to like these crowds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're like, what is he doing? I can't understand where the skill is coming in, for example.
And that's why they pick things based off of what is visually appealing to them.
Right. So
I mean, definitely being like a footwork focused b-boy, I hear that a lot. I hear like oh well, I can't really tell. I can tell what you're doing is something.
Right.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is though. Like you have to have that insider knowledge to know exactly what's going on with certain more technical styles.
Yeah.
When it comes to footwork, when it comes to even Krump.
Yeah, I was about to say,
it's very technical. It looks like from the outside perspective, you don't have any information. It looks like just swinging. From outside perspective, b-boy footwork just looks like you're just spazzing out on the floor.
Yeah.
But you know, it's because it's all technical. So that kind of stuff, if it's more technical, you need judges.
That reminds me though, like depending on where I'm at when it comes to dancing, if I'm performing, ciphering, battling, my dance is gonna be different. That's how I am.
Right.
Because you tweak it.
True, but like to be honest, like performing is probably my least favorite because I feel so fake, which is kind of what it is. It's performing. You're putting on a show.
Right.
But like I literally already I set up. Oh, I'm gonna do these big moves because that's what's gonna make these crowd cheer.
Right.
Since I don't breakdance, I don't have enough to where I'm satisfied because I got the same bone break move. I'm gonna put my foot out. I'm gonna do a little back bend. But like that's like you're gonna see that if I'm performing, you're gonna see those.
Yeah, a lot.
Unless I do like a showcase, which I feel like is a little bit different from performing. Cause
I like your showcasing.
Right.
Your showcasing is so crazy.
Cause then like I feel like I can just be me in those. But that's another thing to think about. Cause like I was watching Beast, and I was like Beast is fire. We already know that he's a crumper. But like a lot of it, the music he was dancing to might have affected it. But he was definitely like a different type of dancer in my opinion. He was having more fun.
Right. Because it's more laid back. It's more chill. That's how I mean. I'm definitely better in my room when I'm dancing than anywhere else. Like, I have like the most insane inconsistency. I think I prefer ciphers just because, but I also suck at ciphers because like I'm used to battling, but I also suck at battles. So I think the core thing is just like I'm a terrible dancer.
That's good to know.
You're not.
And
You're not.
Yeah, I think that's just the takeaway now. But I'm like, I don't know. It depends on my mood, on my mindset.
Yeah, how you? Yeah, there's a lot that goes into.
Like sometimes you just want the smoke and you just want rounds. Sometimes you just kind of want to be more creative. And I don't know. I feel like in most of those instances, judging will probably edge our crowd based. Like crowds just don't like we were talking about art walk. Like a lot of times crowds just don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'll joke around and be like, I could do a backflip right now and beat every dancer here. Just because like they're just like
I've heard it.
Yeah, and even though I will say the general knowledge of dancing has elevated a little bit since a while ago. Like now people know things like windmills, air flares, but like still like those are still basic moves. Like I know for a fact that when I go out if I go to a club, if I go out to a cypher, if I go out to anything like that, if I hit a windmill, I'm gonna have the crowd on my side.
Yeah, for sure.
Versus someone like Kendrick or someone like
have to throw
throwing out
gravity
this super dope round.
Yeah,
and I'm still gonna win because that's the move they know.
You did
a move that could possibly lead to serious injury.
Like everybody.
Speaking of thumbnails, there's one that recently popped off. I think like last week, and it was your boy Omarion. So,
oh my God. Okay.
All right, you have not seen this clip.
I have not seen Omarion.
I'm gonna just pull it up.
Is this Omarion?
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, this went viral for me on TikTok.
Yeah. So this came out like 6, 5, 7 years ago.
For real?
Yeah. This came out like years ago.
This is that old?
Apparently.
Oh snap! This video's from May 31st, 2015.
See, bro, it dropped years ago.
That's crazy.
And it is now popping off.
Okay, so I saw it on TikTok where someone was trying to clown him. They was basically saying like, "Yo, what is you doing?" type of thing.
Yeah.
The timing couldn't be no better for him right now because his Millennium Tour just started.
Yep.
So like that's
so
perfect.
Now he's gonna.
That's like yeah. It's become a challenge. People are doing it, and like it makes them. That's better for his concerts. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
So
everybody gonna do it.
All right.
So this is what it is.
So that's
pretty dope.
Hey yo.
That's pretty fire. Like you have like the chorus.
That's probably the best one.
People have been saying that. Yeah. That's what's happening right now.
I mean, people have done stupider dance challenges, so I can't really like. At least it was on beat somewhat when he did it. So
was that Bow Wow? The Let Me Hold You.
Yeah. Well, that was like a Chris Brown Omarion song, I think. Let Me Hold You. I think that's their song.
Okay,
but that was a whole.
As long as it's on beat, I can't say nothing because most like a lot of dancers just ain't on beat.
That is true, but it's just like
it's just stuff like that.
How the simplest thing from that long ago can take off now, and like it's working out for him because the tour. It's like I think they're doing it on tour a little bit,
right. And with Bow Wow, I think.
I'm not sure.
I think I've seen him on the.
I think Bow Wow is on that tour.
I think so. So he can. That's all he wants.
Bow Wow's on tour?
I think he's on tour with Omarion right now.
Yeah.
For Millennium.
He still makes music?
Sure. No, but he has music that people.
Yeah.
You can
people
go back
what?
to.
Really?
Bro, come on! Don't act like Bow
Name
Wow.
a Bow Wow song.
Represent that? Is that what it's called?
Don't ask me.
Basketball.
Was that Lil Romeo?
No, that's Lil Bow Wow.
They weren't the same person?
No,
it's funny how everyone thought that.
Bro, naturally there was a competition in my mind when it came to them two, because they had
they had the braids, they had the outfits, bro.
But okay, overall, I would pick Bow Wow over Romeo though.
I think
in terms of what? Music
and just like Mike is one of my joints. Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't watch that movie?
Yeah, I watched that movie.
Okay, like name a Lil Romeo movie. Thought so.
Name a Lil Romeo song.
Little Romeo must die.
She like my footwork.
Did she like his footwork?
I don't know. That's how the song went. But yeah, I was on tour.
It's why?
Because he's a part of Omarion's history, kind of. You know.
Yeah.
So why not have him come out?
Well, they need to have like a
technically.
I feel like that was a Bow Wow called Omarion type situation. Like Omarion did.
Hey,
yo, man, you know I gotta get you on this tour. Bow Wow hit him on like, hey, I heard you was doing some old songs. You know we made a song together. Like I can come with you. I ain't doing nothing.
Even though it's like 1 or 2, I mean, I can still slide.
Like, I can be there. I can like do the sound, like the sound stuff. Like I can hold the mic for you.
I'm not.
He was like, I'm gonna go on my private jet
because I'm wearing one of his do-rags.
Spirit Airlines start calling. I gotta go.
Now boarding. I gotta go. That's my private jet.
Yeah, that's my private jet.
Y'all great.
He richer than me.
Yeah.
I'm wearing one of his do-rags right now. So
Why?
Because it's a nice do-rag. It's velvet.
Or shit stands out.
Anyways,
but no,
you're like a retired pimp with that on, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You said I look like a drug dealer earlier.
I mean,
which one is it?
You can do both. I think generally people do both.
Yeah, you can balance out the lifestyle.
Like, it's all about the bread, you see.
Yeah. And these steps.
They all require like steady hands. You know.
I'm about to kill these niggas.
But
what do you feel about like? Because there's a lot of like, I don't know. Because you know people getting famous off of TikTok and shit like so. There's a lot of dancers that are like kind of salty towards like the TikTok dance community.
I was
like, you was.
I was
like just like the TikTok dances in general and how much attention they get versus people that like train constantly. You think that's like going away, or you think people are kind of starting to accept it?
I'll tell you, like at first, like when I started off doing like TikTok reactions last year. I was cool at first, but to be honest, over time it got boring to me.
Right.
Which is how I feel like that might be where it goes. Although TikTok is a place where it seems like biting is like such a like
it's accepted.
I don't even know if they know what biting is in TikTok. Like,
well,
like most of those guys, like most of those like little girls and stuff, they don't
remember the thing that I don't know if you heard about this with Addison Rae being on Jimmy Fallon recently. Basically,
what was that?
Oh yeah, you don't know about this? Basically, Addison Rae, you know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon had her come on the show, and she did like 9 TikTok dances. Majority of these dances was like made by black people, right. And like Jimmy Fallon got pooped on, and Addison Rae. Basically, it was like this whole thing of like, you got all these black creators who created these dances, but you got this white girl who's like, she
got famous off of it.
Well, she was already famous, but like she got a check off of
it.
You know what I'm saying? She got a check off of these people.
What?
So okay,
you're telling me you're telling me a white non-minority got a check off of appropriating somebody. This is getting too deep.
No.
I wouldn't say appropriating, but like it's just like kind of how they created it. Everyone's doing it. Like, once it becomes a challenge, everyone's doing it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Certain people are getting more views off of what another person created.
Okay, so
same with Charli D'Amelio.
Here's my thing.
You heard about that?
Was there like a incident where she stated like that she created this dance, or
no? But
she was just doing the dance, and then everyone just got upset.
She was doing the dance on Jimmy Fallon's show. They didn't credit the dancers at first. Yeah, they didn't credit the creators of the dances at first. Okay. Until they got backlash, and then if you go in the video now, you'll see they credit each dancer for each thing. But it's like, bro, like you did the damage already. It's her face that's on there.
So were they like popular choreography? Not to cut you out.
No,
they're popular TikTok dances.
But were the creators of the dance popular?
No. Well, I don't know.
So
I don't know.
That's kind of like, because it's like, you remember the Backpack Kid, that little joint, and everybody was like, oh, he didn't make that. But the guy that made the first video that came out of that was like it had like no views, like no, you had to like find this guy.
Right.
So like, to what extent do these people have to like search out the creator of a move? That's what I kind of don't like about biting culture in general.
Our conversation. Remember we talked about, I made a post. I said, what's more important, the original or the best? Or the best.
Right.
And you brought up the moonwalk.
Right.
About what was the guy name that originally created it?
Man, I don't know.
I know what you're talking about, though.
I just post stuff, I just send it, and then I
I went and looked at it. It was called like the backslide.
Yeah.
But even he wasn't the original, but he did it before Michael Jackson.
Correct.
And he was on TV doing it too.
Absolutely.
I think he got sent to Japan to go do it. But even back in like in the Temptation days, there was like, or maybe even before Temptations.
Imagine that being sent to Japan just to moonwalk.
But if you think about it, if no one's seeing this move at the time, it's like, bro,
yeah, I need him here right now.
They're gonna fly me out to do the moon. Who gonna fly me out to do the moonwalk?
Not no more.
Not no more.
Send me the ticket.
Actually, if I could time travel, I would just go back and do everything that was popular.
Hey, listen.
I don't know, man. I feel like biting culture, cancel culture. I feel like biting culture is like kind of trash. Like I feel like if someone, when it refers to dance, anyways, if someone can take what you do and do it to a level where judges deem that they've beat you, I feel like that's on you. Like I feel like
judges,
like if you're being judged, like taking just breaking, like if you're battling somebody and they bite you, or they're biting somebody and they still beat you,
yeah,
I feel like that means you weren't up to par. Like I feel like
I don't know,
because we're all biters at the end of the day.
I feel what you're saying.
I kind of agree, but not.
Like, that means like to me, I'm just like. It's not like, oh, I lost because they were biting. Like, no, you just lost to a biter. Like, that means you aren't particularly...
So is that only in freestyle?
I feel like that's just in general.
So
I feel like that's in hip-hop in general.
So if someone makes a whole choreography piece and it gets taken, like, and let's say they improve up on it, you're the foundation. You know what I'm saying? You started this thing, this choreography, and someone took what you already did, so they don't have to go through the mental process of creating that thing, which isn't easy.
Right.
Like this right here is like not necessarily easy.
So there's a reason why, even in hip hop in general, there's a reason when it comes to breaking, when it comes to hip hop, there's a reason why people don't bite like the people on the very top. It's because
it's
can't.
Well known.
Well, no, you can't. You can't.
Wait, hold on.
The level is too hard to bite.
Wait, say that one more time.
There's a reason why like people don't like when you look at like the RedBull Beast One All Stars.
Yeah.
People. There's a reason. Of course, there are always going to be people that try.
Yeah.
There's a reason why no one can recreate a Hong Ten set. Exactly.
You literally can't.
You literally can't because that or the originality, the athleticism is on a level that you can't repeat. Yeah. It's the same thing with like Busta Rhymes. You don't see people out here biting Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
I'm sure people would if they could, but the level of lyricism and stuff that he utilizes, exactly, you can't replicate that.
So how would you? How do you feel about the Les Twins? Because so many people, even I was, but like there was an extent of like people taking how they dress, literally taking their whole sets and like repeating it and blowing up from it, taking like their signatures. Like everything, how they dress, all that stuff.
But I think with the Les Twins is different.
Les Twins are icons now.
That is true.
Of the new generation.
But people were going up and getting bags.
But the thing is, did they overblow them? That's the question.
Pause.
For a certain generation.
Pause.
I feel like for a certain generation. Because Les Twins, I was watching them back 2012 and 2011. Like, that's when I started. Yeah. So you talking about 2017, that's 2017, 2018, that's a different year of different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So that's a whole different era, group of kids watching dance, and they're watching other people. You know what I'm saying? And they're watching them do what the Les Twins did, but this is like, in their eyes, this is the first person they've seen do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Les Twins basically, I don't think the Les Twins upset about this. Like, I don't think they particularly care. Because I think that's a consequence of getting to the level that they got to. You're going to get people that imitate you. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. You get people that are going to try to dance like you, and even like you know, they're icons now of the generation. So of course the first thing people are going to look up is like Les Twins, this battle, and they're gonna try to imitate those moves because that's an icon to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a consequence.
But when they like came out, I feel like no one was really doing the signatures or the style that they were.
Because
people were. There was actually back when they came out. I don't know if you remember one of the first videos that blew up of theirs, where it was like World of Dance. Yeah. And there was actually a duo of
the two guys.
The two guys that went on
some show.
So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah.
And they did that exact routine. Yeah. So and that was right after, like, they weren't even on Beyonce tour or anything like that. Yeah. That was just, so I feel like people were copying. I think it's just like now people, like I said, biting culture is more of a thing now since dancing is becoming more mainstream. Yeah. And it's a lot easier to point at somebody and go, oh, you copied that, so you're a worse dancer than me, than to just look at themselves and go, okay, I need to come up with some better stuff, because they're beating me with stuff that's not even theirs.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I would prefer to view it, because you can't, at the end of the day, you can't fight people for biting your stuff. You can't fight people for biting other people's stuff. That's stupid anyways, because it's not even yours. So, I mean, if the judges go, okay, he's biting, I'm going to give it to the other person, and that's one thing. But if the judges are voting for him in the competition aspect, or if people are in the situation with TikTok and stuff, they're blowing up off of it. There's nothing you can do about that. You're just upsetting yourself. Raise your own, what you're putting out to the point where it doesn't bother you anymore. Don't worry about what other people are doing, is what I would do. But, you know, that's not, I mean, you know, I'm just dope, so... that's just my personal.
On that note,
personal view.
I think we should end this. Yeah. Wow.
This is a great first take for this.
Not
podcast.
Not podcast, but a podcast.
We're not a podcast.
We're not on Spotify. Not on
None of that.
We might be on OnlyFans, depending on how well this does.
You can check out my SoundCloud.
Cool. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Wills_I_not, and also my portfolio page, improv.media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at improv. Go ahead. Subscribe to SQAP. It's actually pronounced soap, but I use a Q instead of an O, and then my IG is SOY_. Shut the fuck up. SQAP, but it's actually soap because I just replace the Q with the O. Okay, thank you. Everything will be linked below. Chris, you have anything where they can find you?
Subscribe to...
Don't say these nuts.
Don't subscribe to me on nothing.
Nothing?
Like, I mean...
Right here? It's good? Right.
Yeah, just right wherever this video
wherever
is.
This goes.
Subscribe to this. Subscribe to Quest Crew, ABDC, just because. I'm sure their subscription's on a down. Subscribe to... you know, Google Foods.
What?
I don't know. Just subscribe to just whoever you feel like. And this channel.
Mainly
but don't subscribe to me. Subscribe to Stripes. Wherever,
I love it here.
His Instagram is.
I love it here. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Peace out. All right, cool. Can you please turn these shit off?